of course.
Well, we're going to see Remi out on the course first.
Hey, I'm Remi Bizouard from France. Here we are in Mexico City with the loudest crowd in the world.
I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, this will be the first time that Remi Bizouard will go head-to-head with Danny Torres. I don't think they've actually had a battle before. Be interesting, nevertheless, to see how Remi Bizouard handles the pressure of going up against a former World Tour champion and a guy who has the crowd absolutely on his side. And he starts right away with a big Shaolin backflip, or as you like to call it, the starfish flip. Ha! Great start for Remi.
Remi looking solid, loops around, hits that super kicker. A, it's a great way to get back to the other side of the course. B, he's making sure he checks that box of use of course. So important. We saw Adam Jones get in trouble last year in Munich by not getting the use of course. And so he's making sure to tick that box. Flip seat grab Indian Air from Remi. Remi got 5th last night in qualification. Great run
good
for him. He looked really comfortable and smooth out here on this really tight track.
Well, one thing I will say for Remi is he's cut his teeth riding and competing in these small arena events where they take a hockey rink and basically fill it with dirt. There's not a lot of space in there either. So this kind of a course is something that he's pretty used to.
Massive kiss of death backflip, and for everyone watching at home that may not be all that familiar, what he's doing there in the tunnel is flipping up those flip levers, which actually help him to lever the bike back underneath him when he's doing the big flip tricks. You'll see all the riders out here have them. It's just it's a help, I hear, because I don't use them. I'm only upside down if I'm crashing, Troy.
You're just seeing that he's in the tunnel there, and the horn's gone to end his time, but because he's in the tunnel, it is allowed. The minute those guys roll into the tunnel, if the horn sounds while they're on their way into the tunnel or in the tunnel, that last trick does count.
And it was a doozy,
It was a doozy.
Nice
it was a beautiful trick.
Cliffhanger, really nice extension. We'll get to see it a little bit better here in slow motion. Things happen so fast these days that if you're not 100% paying attention, you can miss exactly what goes on. So,
and this is something that Remi is absolutely famous for. He started doing this a couple years ago. It's not exactly new, but his sponsors have been providing him with box loads of goggles because he chucks them out every single run. It's amazing. And also, just before we dig through this, I want you to look at the flexibility of this kid right here. Watch that. Wow.
Nice scorpion kiss of death. Really gets the legs over. You'll hear a couple different terms from us. Scorpion means bending the back, getting the legs out, almost back around to your head. Indian Air, there you go. That's a holy grab. Indian Air gets a little bit of the scissor kick motion going on. And then there, the big look through. It would be a look back if he was doing it right side up, but all of a sudden it's a look through.
And that's that little extra kick, you know, that little extra nod of the head is just so
And then
cool.
check that out. He landed side saddle, and then there one more time. Backflip cliffhanger, really straightens out, extends at the hips. Really solid run. That was actually, I would say, better than his run that we saw last night that netted him 5th in the qualifiers. So pretty impressive, showing off a little bit of bike skills there with the nose wheelie down the landing. And now he put the pressure onto Danny Torres.
One thing I will say about Remi Bizouard is he's a very tactical type of rider.